Alrighty, we are back to do some spoilers. So if you have not seen it, do not watch this video because we're gonna be spoiling the heck out of it. All right, where we gonna start at?
We're gonna start where we always start, the opening scene.
Yeah.
So the opening scene of the Beast movie basically just starts with them arriving to Africa. I guess they're going there. I'm not sure if it's a vacation or if they're just going back to visit. But they're going there, and they basically, the first scene is just more of them settling into the place where they're going to stay with the family friend, I believe. And in that opening scene, you're going to see a lot of conflict between the two daughters, Nora and Mira, I think was her name, and then the main actor, which is Idris Elba. So they just have a whole kind of like family issue because the mom passed away from cancer, so dad has a lot of guilt because one of the daughter guilts him a lot. Mm-hmm. So that whole scene is just more about them settling in, and then the dad just coming to like a realization about what, how his daughter really feels about him and everything that happened. I guess she felt like neglected or abandoned during that time. So he's really hard on himself. And then right after that, it basically just goes into them going out for the day, I guess, just to kind of explore and tour the desert, I guess, is where they were at in Africa, where they go see all the animals and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then that's whenever kind of, I guess, some of the action starts.
Yeah, because I guess, let's see, because there was like some stuff going on in one of the areas that the people that were attacked, when they found people that was dead and everything, mm-hmm. because this is like the first start of the movie that we start seeing the lion will come through and everything. Mm-hmm. So that, like I said, so they was kind of like trying to solve some stuff out, trying to figure out what was happening, because a lot of people was kind of torn up, blood everywhere and everything, got ripped to shreds, and come to find out there was they already knew what's up when they went to go spot it out, see what was going on. They kind of figured it was the lion because it had like all the scars and everything, scratch marks on people's necks, mm-hmm. Bite marks and all that. It's crazy, what I'm saying. It's just terrifying. So old dude was trying to tell Idris Elba's character, saying like, hey, you might want to just go back to the truck, mm-hmm. what I'm saying, because it's about to get dangerous out here. So they already know it's just like a damn lion on the loose and everything. So
he's giving him a warning, but he doesn't take the warning very well.
Yeah. So he's really trying, like, trying to gather up his daughters and everything, and be like, hey, we got to hurry up, get to the truck, what I'm saying, stuff had to go down, so they had to hurry up and try to rush there, get to the truck and see what was going on. And while old dude was like, still had his weapon and trying to search for the lion, because he's trying to shoot him down and everything. Mm-hmm. But as he was searching for him, I guess he was looking around, and I guess he was like in the water or something like that. And as soon as he started turning around and everything, there's a lion. The lion just attacked him.
Yeah.
Like it cut off. It cut off the screen though.
Yeah.
And it switched back to like Idris Elba's character and everything. And he still was trying to heal this one guy that was wounded mm-hmm. in the middle of the road, and he could not save him, so he would not wake up. So as soon as he heard the gunshot from the other guy, that I guess it was assumed that he got intact, but he did got intact though. But like I said, it was off screen. When he heard the gunshot, he kind of got worried. He was like, trying to look for his homeboy and everything. And as soon as he started trying to walk up to the area trying to see what was going on, he started hearing a lion. So he was like, oh shoot. So he had to run back and everything and all that stuff. And that lion was just coming.
Yeah.
He was coming.
Yeah.
So he had to hurry up and tell the girls, get back inside the truck and everything, so that way he can dive in. Because as soon as he started diving in, that lion just came in there, just boom, just ran through the damn window.
Yeah, and this is probably the first scene where it was like the most exciting scene.
Yeah.
Because the lion looks very, very real. Mm-hmm. And when it jumps on, they have like this like Toyota kind of like I don't know, some kind of a Jeep or whatever.
Yeah.
And like it just goes on the top and then it goes on the side. This is the part that we talked about in our non-spoiler that I said I was going to talk about. Basically, there's this part where like one of the daughters leaves like the window rolled down basically, and so so the lion then has a way to get into the vehicle, and so or into the Jeep. So then what happens is like the lion pretty much could have bitten off or like even just grabbed Idris's like legs, but instead for the purposes of the movie they have him kick the lion, and then like the lion just flies all the way across, like as if his kick is so strong that like as if that was the part that I was like, I looked at him and I'm like, really, like as if he just has the most mightiest kick that like he could kick this aggressive lion just way away from him, and then they just take off. I was like, come on now. Like, but that was the only part where I was just like, that would never happen. But It's a movie, so they had to do that. Before we go into more scenes, I'll just kind of talk about why this lion, or why I think anyways, this lion was being so aggressive. Because throughout the movie, the guy, I think his name was Martin, who had a rapport, like a really good rapport with the lions, so good that he would actually go up to the lions and the lions would come and like almost like hug him and embrace him. And so I think what I got from the movie is that there have been these, they were calling them pouchers, or what were they calling?
Pride lands or something like that.
Yeah, I forgot what it was, but they were basically people who come onto the desert, and they basically like hurt the lions. They like shoot at them, and what they try to do is basically like kill them so that they can take their claws and their teeth, and then so that they can sell it. They talked about how they'll like kill them and then take those things, their claws and their teeth, and then sell them on the black market for money. And so that's basically what happened, is that during one of the beginning scenes, they find out that one of the lioness had like a bullet in one of her paws, and then that's whenever like I think that's what made this lion very, very aggressive, and then he was just going after all humans, whether he had a rapport with them or not, and that's I think what happened basically. So that's kind of the whole storyline of the movie on why this lion was so aggressive. Whenever in reality, I don't think that happens unless they're messed with, basically.
Yeah.
And so so after that scene though, there were just so many.
Yeah, it was so many, it was so much going on.
Yeah, and it was going fast. Like it did start off slow, but then once it started going, then it just gets like really, really fast.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think what happened after that scene.
I think like after that, oh yeah, because they was still trying to like save Martin and everything, and he was like stuck and everything.
Yeah.
I remember that one scene he was talking about that when he was talking to Elba's character, he was like, I don't know if I can move, man.
Yeah.
Because the lion is just staring directly at me. Like, he is just staring at me while I'm just sitting here. And I'm over just like, okay, he's looking at him, but he don't attack him or something like that.
Yeah.
So the lion would still just kind of just make his own little move. But, he trying to make his own little territory. That's the thing that it is.
I almost felt like he was like almost terrorizing him. Like, I see you and I'm going to let you see me, but I'm not going to attack you yet. And then he just kind of like disappears, but he's still there. So, they're very smart animals. So, now there is there's just going to be like some cringy parts in this movie. Like the daughters, like they make bad decisions, but in the end it all works out, I guess. But during the movie, you're going to be like yelling at the screen, like, why are you doing that? Why? Almost like you're in a bad horror movie where like they just keep doing the wrong thing. It's kind of like that in this movie.
They was making so many dumb mistakes, man. I mean, I could not stand it. I'm like, especially the one I'm really griping on is the teenager one. Yeah. And what's her name?
Mira.
Mira.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was really getting on my nerves, man. Like, really. I mean, why would you get out of the damn truck while the lion's still around?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, that was the part that they did get on my nerves a lot. But there was that one particular part where her dad's basically, Idris is on top of the truck or the Jeep thing or whatever, and he's trying to, like, Martin is trying to help him because they're trying to just kill the lion, so he's almost like a sniper on the Jeep, and then for some reason she gets out of the the Jeep and then goes and she's like, I'm gonna find the landmark that he's talking about. And then that's when the lion comes and attacks him. So that was probably the first time that she started getting on everybody's nerves.
I was just like, are you freaking kidding me?
And then she just had an attitude a lot of the times because she's hurt and she has a lot of resentment towards her dad. And so that didn't really help a lot whenever they're trying to teamwork and get out of here. Mm-hmm. So there were a lot of parts like that. But the little girl, Nora, she's so cute. Like, she's helpful, she's cute, she's smart. She was the more likable daughter, I guess. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the younger one was. I mean, it was funny though because the younger one was telling her like, shut the fuck up or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just cussing her out and all that stuff.
Yeah, because she was just getting tired of her like having an attitude with her dad and like going off or like she's like, right now is not the time for us to have like a family therapy session where we're gonna vent about all our problems. Like, we're about to die.
Exactly.
And she tells her like, it's so funny because they're like the sweetest little girls. And then out of nowhere, the little Nora girl, she's just like tired of her sister. And she's like, will you shut the hell up? You talk too much. And I was like, I didn't expect her to say that. So I like died laughing. I was like, oh my God, even she's tired of her.
Yeah, I was like,
she said what we all wanted to say in the audience.
Like, for real. Like, that was a relief right there. Yeah. I'm like, she needs to shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? Because she was just getting on my freaking nerves, man. I'm just like, bruh.
Yeah. And then eventually she gets attacked by the lion.
Yeah.
During one of the scenes. But, I have to watch this again. We could, because there's just so many things that happen and it got real fast paced there towards the end. But we can talk about, I'm thinking about, I guess whenever he's under the Jeep and then he comes back.
Oh, yeah.
Because the daughter like stabbed. So Nora at one point, there's just a lot that happened, but at one point Nora stabs the lion with like a dart. Like a sleep dart. Yeah, sleep dart. He's like tranquilized for a little while, and then but it didn't last long. So then he comes back, and then they have another scene in the Jeep. There's a lot of scenes where like the lion is attacking this Jeep, and then he's like under the truck. Idris is at one point. Yeah, and it looks really real though. Mm-hmm. It looks very real, and he's just trying to attack him and. Again, he still keeps kicking.
Yeah, he's just kicking him.
Those
kicking
powerful
him.
Kicks are
powerful kicks. Like, I mean, I could tell this is like a little plot armor they were trying to do and everything. Because since Idris Elba was the main lead, so they want to go ahead and give him some little power ups in this movie. Because like at the end though, I was just kind of like, no, there's no way.
But before we get to that part, let's talk about the part where Martin. I can't think of what they're called now. Vultures or poultures?
Yeah, the poultures.
That's what we meant to say earlier.
Yeah.
So the poultures come out of nowhere, basically. They're like, it's already dark. They've been out there forever. It's getting bad for them at this point. But they come out, and then they basically, like, kind of are trying to exploit him for money, like trying to get Idris to pay, and they know that he's American, so they're like, saying that you can give us $5,000 and all this, but then they find out that Martin is the one that helps the lions, and so then it just turns into a conflict between them, and then they're no longer willing to help. And then, like, the lion then attacks. They try to kidnap the girls, and then the lion then attacks one of the poultures. Yeah. And then from there, somehow, again, it was moving fast, but from there, Martin and the lion get into like the Jeep again, and the Jeep like falls down this cliff, I think, and it falls over, and then gas is leaking. So Martin just pulls out his lighter, and he's like, "I'm just gonna go ahead and set both of us on fire just to like save everybody else." So we're thinking. I'm thinking the lion and Martin are dead after being set on fire, but then we found out that was not the case.
No, he's still alive, but I'm just kind of like, well, damn.
Lions don't die.
They can't die by fire? Like, that's interesting.
Right. So then when we get to, like, the ending scene, we're thinking that this is a whole different lion, because then at that point, Idris and his two daughters, they're, like, the last survivors, and they end up finding this truck from the poultures that they could steal, basically, and they're going back, and at this point one of his daughters injured, so he's trying to get her to a safe place, but he doesn't want to run out of gas, so they just keep running into dilemma after dilemma. And then we're thinking, so he takes her into this house where the poultures actually like kill animals and bring them to, and then clean them up and I guess take what they need from them and kill them. But Yeah, so we're thinking that this is a whole different lion that's coming now to attack them in this home, and it's the same lion that basically was put on fire, and he survived, and he came out just looking all burned. He was just burned, and then yeah, he was really looking like Scar at that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no freaking way, man.
No.
There is just no freaking way. Cause
there's just some. This is a good movie, but there are some parts that are just like, what?
Like, it just did not make no sense to me, though. But I mean, like I said, at the end, though, I was kind of surprised. You know what I'm saying? Because Edgar was up. He said, said screw it. I'm about to just go out there. He told his daughter to be like, hey, he's not gonna stop. So I gotta end this. I gotta end this one way or another. So and the daughters were trying to trying to help him out and be like, no, stay here, he won't survive and all this stuff, blah, blah. But he's like, nah, I got to do this. I mean, this got to happen, so I got to end it.
Yeah.
So he locked up in this, he locked them in this little house, and, and I guess the lion was already there, though, because the lion was already just creeping up on him and everything. So I guess he already must have smelled the scent, knew where it was at. So as soon as the lion started coming through, Edgar was up trying to get his attention. He started grabbing his knife. He was like, hey, right. So he kind of like, trying to use him as bait, trying to like, get him to chase him. And then what happened was, when I saw when he went out there to the desert and everything, there was an area that I recognized, and I was like, oh, hold up, he's at that where all the lions was kind of hanging out at.
The original first scene.
Yeah, original first scene of it. So they had the Pride Lands, fighting. So they started duking it out. Lions started eating them and everything, biting them off, and it was up. He's still going. He's still swiping everything, stabbing and all this stuff. I mean, it was just so much going on.
My only problem with this scene, sorry, but like it was another thing. Like when he kicked him, he really stepped to him like he was stepping to another man that he was about to fight. Mm-hmm. I mean, he looked like he was just about that life, and he was really about to beat up this lion. There's a part where he literally steps to him, and then the lion like kind of jumps up, and it looks like they're really about to fight, like man to man, as if like as if like he's about to just fight another man. I was like, is this even real? Like I don't. And as brave as he looked, I really thought he was. I think he thought he was about to beat up the lion or like win in the fight. Yeah. Like that's what I really, because he had the knife like he was like about to do a prison fight with the lion. And I'm like, this is not gonna work for you. You're gonna die. Like exactly. But yeah, but that ending scene was just hilarious because I'm like, this dude really just acted like he was just fighting another grown man. That's what I'm saying.
But then, like, the other, and then the person, the lions that was out there chilling and everything, that was like, nah, we ain't gonna have this. You ain't gonna come to my crib and start just fighting everything. Yeah. Like, you ain't coming to my field. So, I mean, two of the lions came up in there and jumped the other lion. It was like, hey, you ain't gonna be fighting. Like, nah, we ain't doing this. Yeah. You gotta take you down. Yeah. You gotta go down. So.
And I think they were doing it, I think it said just to protect their pride.
Yeah, protect their pride.
And just so that it didn't turn into like a whole thing where all of them are getting shot or something. Mm-hmm. So they came in and basically saved Idris because that would have been bad.
It would have been in for him though, but he got lucky.
It was a great movie, honestly. A lot of action. I love lions. Like I watch videos all the times of lions and on the Animal Channel, like all kinds of stuff. So I really liked just the lion aspect, but there are some parts in here where you're just gonna be like, what?
Yeah, it's impossible.
But it's a movie, so it's supposed to be like that. So, but I did like it a lot, and I do actually want to see this one more time because there was a lot of fast scenes, and I was just kind of missing some stuff. So I do want to see it just one more time. Yeah. But I did like it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was pretty good, but I mean, I was just having some problems with it, man. On certain scenes, I was just like, no.
Yeah.
Like, no. Like, why would you do this? Like, why? But anyways, that's all, man. I mean, like, that's the only thing we got. So if we did miss anything, let us know in the comment section below. And if you enjoy our spoiler review, make sure you hit that like button and always subscribe it and share it. And I'm catching you guys later. Deuces.
Go watch this movie.